Hi guys, welcome back. In today's video, we are going to talk about CKMLCP. I'm sure from this T code, you already connected the topic that is related to actual cost run in S4HANA. This is not a beginner level session, so it will be advanced one, so specially designed for the consultants who are already having the knowledge about the material ledger and actual costing. So if you want to go one step further, so you want to understand the period and closing activities related to our material ledger. So this video is going to help you. Let me start with the concept. So we know that during the month end, materials are evaluated at standard cost. So in that case, whatever the transactions we are going to post during the period, means during the month, all the transactions we are going to record with the standard cost, because in the beginning we have calculated our materials with standard cost. So as a result, all your variances like your purchase price difference, it may be production variance or any exchange rate difference. So all these transactions we are going to record or we are going to collect separately. That's why at the end of the period, we need to run the CKMLCP, and here system is going to redistribute all these variances, all these differences, and it is going to calculate the actual cost of the particular material. So basically the actual cost run help us to roll the variances into inventory valuations and the consumption. So valuation of inventory as well as the cost of goods sold, or that is your consumption. There is a purpose here is we are going to get the accurate margin or accurate our profitability status. Now at consultant level, the challenge is that understanding this particular concept and explain the same thing to the business, and how we are going to follow the sequence, what are the activities we need to complete, and if we are going to get any errors related to the CKMLCP, how we are going to handle this one. So exactly we are going to explore all this in this particular topic or in this particular video. So as I already explained the concept related to our CKMLCP, now before going to jump into the system and we will check all the activities here in the system, let's quickly understand what are the pre-checks which you need to follow before execution of CKMLCP. Make sure that your material ledger is active for your valuation area and for that particular relevant material. Again, here we have two concepts are there. One is single level valuation and multi-level valuations. I will suggest you should go for multi-level valuations, because most of the time you will find our raw materials are also valuated at standard price. There is no confusion between finished stock and semi-finished stock, because that is always valuated at standard price. But if you are following the standard price for the raw material, then you should go for multi-level cost calculation or multi-level material ledger valuations to confirm whether the particular material is activated with material ledger or not. So let me check one material here. So I'm going to check here the MM03, that is material master. So I'm randomly taking here one material number which already I completed here. So I'm going to check the material ledger activation for this particular material. So obviously I will go to the accounting tab, and in that accounting tab I will check whether material ledger is active or not. So here I need to add my plant information. So here I have added my plant information. Then I will go to the accounting tab and make sure that the material ledger is active. So you can see here material ledger is active, and the price determination, whatever as per your configuration. So as we are talking about material ledger valuation, so it should be the material ledger determination, price determination should be three, that is single and multi-level or single multi-level. In case of moving average, we are not going to consider variance. So most of the time you will find price determination 3, but prerequisite is material ledger has to be active. Also confirm that all goods movement are already posted in the system from the point of view. All the price difference, your GRIR clearing also completed. So that should not be any open items related to these accounts. Your production orders, process orders must be settled, right? So what is the production order settlement? So as we know that initially we are going to create the production order, then after that we will in PP module we are going to do various type of activities. We are going to calculate our simultaneous cost, target cost, then assume that all these things are completed. So let's check one production order and let's confirm whether the production order is settled or not. So for that I will go to CO03, and here I'm just randomly going to take one production order, which is it's again I'm showing my live batch data only. So make sure that it should be there. Actually this is the source is the PP module, but when you are going to work on end to end and CO point of view, it is highly required that you should have the understanding on these areas too. Now this is my production order, and in this production order I have to make sure that the production order settlement has to be completed, otherwise we can't proceed with the material ledger. So this is my production order, and I can see here that the production order should be settled. Check the last line, that is 684193. So this particular production order has to be settled, and the same information should be reflected in your CKML3. That means from the material point of view, that should be there. Let's confirm the same thing in the material ledger and price analysis, particularly material price analysis. So I will go to CKM3 and I will take the same material 28, and I will take the plant. This data I'm showing previous month. So right now we are in sixth period, that is September, and this activity is everything completed in August. So I will just go back to the previous period, and basically here I want to see the settlement, the related to the particular production order. Just ignore these red lines. This part I will come towards end. This is our material ledger settlement, but right now we are checking whether production order settlement is there or not. So particular production order was last 21. So this is my particular production order 21. The number is 1, all zeros, 21, and we will check with reference to that one is completed or not. So you can see here it is completed, and what was the difference? The difference amount was 684193 against your production order. So 684193, this has to be completed. This is one of our prerequisite, you can say, from the uh, before material ledger execution. As the production order settlement completed, and before that you must have also completed your activity price calculation, whatever the activities you are going to use in this cost calculation. So various type of activity related cost calculation. So here you can say various type of activities. I'm using these 9, all these zeros. So this must be completed, and finally the material ledger period should be open for that particular period, or that for which period you are going to execute, and make sure that the logistic point of view, that period has to be completed or has to be closed, and the logistic activities, particularly the activity, has to be completed. Now once the pre-checks are done, then we are going to execute the CKMLCP, so that we are going to get the new price and further activities will be there. This part already I have completed for this particular organization structure, but I will show you what are the things you need to do here when you will go to the CKMLCP. So when you will go to the CKMLCP, you will see that the process is broken into 5 different steps. So one by one, you need to complete those. So first you have to create a costing run, randomly anything you can select here. Then after that, you need to specify the period, for which period we are going to execute the material ledger. Then we will go for general data, where you are going to include your valuation area. Then after that, you will click on the process. Here it's already completed. So one by one we need to complete. So step 1 is, this is the selection where we are going to enter all the parameters. So here we are going to select our company code, your valuation area, the posting period, for which period we want to close our inventories. So these are the just basic informations we need to add. Next, coming to that is selection. Next one is your preparation. Step 2 is your preparation. In preparation step, system is going to run to check whether whatever the informations you have included, so everything is correct or not. Basically here system is run to check the identify the issues, like any missing price information is there, or let's say any inconsistent quantity structure is there, cost estimate is properly released or not, last month activities are completed or not. So here many consultants ignore the warnings here, and trust me, this step can save you from further problems. So if you have verified all the issues at this moment, then in future or in next steps, whatever the activities we are going to do, so those things very easily we can avoid those errors, if you are going to have a quick look into this particular step. Now coming to step number 3. In step number 3, that is your single price determination. In this step, the system is going to reevaluate the materials only at the single level. It means it takes the variances of that particular material itself, because in every step you have to maintain your parameter. So there you are going to include your information. Now let's say here you have just included the finished stock. That means finished stock level system is going to analyze, but as I said, it should go for multi-level. So that is why in parameter you need to include here the multi-level. So that is nothing but your step number 4. I mean, in this step I have just divided step 1, step 3, and step 4. So in step 4, multi-level price determination will be there. Now this is where it is, you are going to get a powerful informations, means your variances are going to be rolled up through the entire bill of material structure, means whatever the inventories you have included in your bill of materials, so that your raw materials, or related price difference, any price difference related to raw materials, that also going to be rolled up, or that is going to be added with your semi-finished stock and finished stock. Now, to understand this one, that how system is going to do or what system is going to do, let's go to the price analysis there, that is your CKM3. Now, in the beginning, we must have calculated our standard price. So here you can see the standard price is calculated for this particular material in the beginning of the period 835.86. If you want to see how this cost is calculated, then for that you must have the solution related to your plant product cost calculation, which you have completed in the beginning. So for that we have to go to the costing tab, and in costing tab you are going to get the information. So particularly if you go to costing 2 tab, so you can see here the price is calculated 835.86. now I want to see the how the price is calculated. So if I will click on the current tab, then it will be redirected to my cost calculation. So this is purely your planned cost calculation, which we need to complete in the beginning, right? So with all the informations from various modules, collecting all this information, so it must be calculated. So as we know that plant cost will be calculated on the basis of historical data. So let's take example of this month. That means in the beginning of the period, so we have calculated our standard cost. In this example, it will be 835.86 INR. So for the particular period, and for which period it is, you can go to your validity at the time of cost run, and this is for the period August, that is my fifth period. So in the beginning of the period, this cost is calculated. Now in the end of the period, once all the activities in other modules are completed, all the adjustments, month end allocation related to your CO, it may be related to your primary cost allocation, secondary cost allocation, order settlement, every activity in every department, all these things completed. So once it is done, then after that we are going to calculate our revaluation of your activities. Overhead calculations will be there, right? So all the steps you can see in the particular production order, it is available. So here you can see all the material cost calculated, all the activity cost calculated. Initially activity cost is calculated with the plant price, then after that it is reevaluated, then overhead calculated. So everything done. Now after that, now as we have some new data, so reevaluation has to be there. So in the end of the period, all the adjustment, the reevaluation should be there, and once it will be completed, then you will find the new price of your material. So once you will complete this settlement process, means this calculation process, and once you will settle, so you will get the new price. And the new price when we are going to calculate, after that the revaluation should be there, means whatever the activity, so we have completed revaluation of activities, we have got the new price. But during this period already we have completed some outbound deliveries, and we know that when we are doing the outbound delivery, so that time we are calculating or we are posting the transaction with the standard price. Let's check that one. So now I'm going to check my FI data. Particularly I want to see the COGS account. So this is my COGS account, and during the August I posted one transaction. I can see that 835.86. Again, if you'll try to get the source here, we know that sales order created, sales order converted into your outbound delivery. So this is our accounting document with reference to your outbound delivery, and source document will be your material document, and before that sales order has to be created. So various output we got here. Now here, what is the value here? 835.86. What is 835.86? 835.86, already we know that it is our standard cost. That means this, when we did the outbound delivery, that time your inventory at the time of outbound delivery, inventory evaluated with this standard price, and the same value we have transferred to your profitability analysis. Now this revaluation is required. So revaluation of consumptions also will be there, and all these activities will be done by the system once we will complete the settlement process. So in settlement, single calculations, multi-level calculation, and revaluation of consumption. So finally system is going to reevaluate all consumption. For demonstration point of view, I have one item, but in reality hundreds of items will be there. So the system is going to reevaluate all the consumption postings, and the COGS is going to be updated with your actual price. So this ensure that profitability report is going to reflect your actual value, not the standard cost. Now what was the standard price? The standard price is 835.86 in our case, and same I can see it's updated in the finance document. So COGS account is updated with this amount, and because of this new price there must be some differences there, and now the new price should be standard price plus the difference amount. So that means here we are going to get the update related to your standard price. So let's check that one. So again, I will check this one in the material price analysis. So if you'll go to the consumption tab, in this consumption type tab, you can see with reference to a particular your, check this line first. So here you can see with reference to the delivery document. So this is our delivery document. With reference to this delivery document, one item which we delivered, and initially the preliminary value is calculated with 835.86, and we know from where we got it. Plus, when we are going to do the revaluation of consumption, check this red item. So when we are going to do the revaluation of consumption, so the difference amount should be calculated and the difference amount should be updated with your consumption amount. Now, what is your plan price? 835.86. 835.86. What is your difference amount here? It is updated. Difference amount is 475.39. 475.39. Now, what should be the new price? The new price for this particular material should be, as per my calculation, it is coming 131125. Now let's confirm whether the same price is updated as your PUP price or not. So periodic price is 131125. So once we'll complete the settlement or we'll complete the closing activities, so this periodic unit price will be updated, right? So that is nothing but your revaluation of consumption. So all this output we are going to get when we are going to complete our settlement process. So in this settlement, you are going to get all your materials should be reevaluated. In this revaluation process, whatever you are going to see here, the output, sorry, if we'll go to this receipts, so whatever production orders we have posted and its relevant revaluation, the price difference you can see here. And this amount where we can see not only the material ledger, this one you are also going to get in the FI document too. So let's take the FI document. And as we know that it is related to our ML, material ledger document type will be ML. And what should be the posting date? Month and date. So posting date should be your August. For my example, it is August, so 31st August, and check it. So this is my closing document posted when we are going to complete the closing activities, and these values are posted. So automatically system is going to post these values for the revaluation point of view, and the output you can see it is available in your uh, price analyst material ledger. Now let's understand some common issues which we face during this material ledger execution. As per my experience, I can share. If you have some more informations, you can add in the comments. So issue number one, the price difference not allocated. So this usually happens when the account determination is missing, means your integration related some configurations are missing or some wrong settings are there, or let's say material ledger customization is incomplete, right? So in that case you will find this type of issues, right? Particularly you will find the issue related to the price difference update and the material ledger settings. Number two, negative stock errors. If any negative stock postings are there for a particular posting period, so when you are going to run the material ledger, it might be it or it will fail. So either allow this negative stock posting in the material master or adjust the stock quantities before the running. Normally we don't allow the negative posting, so that's why stock adjustment has to be there. Now let me explain, or let me share some practical tips which is going to help you when you are going to work on these part. So always run the material ledger in the test mode before go for final execution, because I personally feel when we are going to run a test run, so whatever the errors will be there, so that we can analyze and we can resolve those errors before going for actual execution. Maintain a standard error log template when for your work, so that most of the time what I observe that 70% of errors will be repetitive in every month. So if you are going to use that log, so it is going to help you quickly, you can refer those and you can resolve your issues. And we know that in S4HANA everything is part of your AC docket table or universal journal. So this material ledger posting also going to be part of your universal journal, means all your flow, everything is part of your AC docket. So once you will run it, so and you are going to check your FI posting should be there in the AC docket table or not. Already we checked the document, FI document. Now let me confirm that document is there in the AC docket table or not. So basically we need to check this particular document number 47004 should be there in our AC docket table. So now I'm going to check in AC docket table. So now I'm in AC docket table. So I have added here my company code, and I'm going to add the document number and execute. Here it is. So complete information is available in the AC docket table. In this video, I explained about the actual costing, particularly the material ledger part, which we are going to perform in the month end. And it is one of the important area of your actual cost calculation. In fact, from the product costing point of view, if you have some experience on product costing material ledger, then definitely you will get interview questions related to this one. And obviously from the work point of view, project point of view, these activities will be there in the system, and you will get a lot of tickets also related to this material ledger. This is not all about the material ledger, it is our material ledger execution which is part of your product costing. Any question, feel free to mail me, or you can add in the comments. Definitely I will cover those in my next video. See you soon with another topic. Bye.